of our medical facility at Seegon Synthetics.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Alien Isolation. This is Mission 12, Synthetic Solution, brought to you by Screaming. Lots and lots of screaming. Well, actually no, there's probably not going to be much screaming in this mission because we don't have the aliens coming at us right now, so we can actually do some exploring. We just gotta watch out for androids.
Rip, do you hear me?
Clear.
I can see activity on terminals on the top levels of Seegon Synthetics. Rip, I'm not sure I can do this.
Ricardo, I need you to focus. You're in charge now.
In charge? In charge of what? A room full of dead people? This is fucked up!
Focus, Ricardo. If Samuels can talk to Apollo, he can get the androids to stand down. Then this will all be over.
Alright, so we need to get to Seegon Synthetics, and we're going to go through it via the San Cristobal Medical Center that we were previously in early in the game. So we need to take the elevator to Seegon Synthetics. First of all, if we stop over here... That was something that's a calculator. We have a reception desk of some sort. Yeah. Colonial pigs. Alright. Well, we have a locked door here, but thankfully there's a plasma torch cutting station right here. We can chop through it. To access the manual override. Authorized access only. That's right. I do have the manual override, but not the authorized access. But that's not going to stop me from pulling this thing. And right in this small little room, looks like someone was setting up camp here, squatting here or something. We have an Nostromo log.
Ripley's asked me to log a report on what happened to the umbilicus when we hooked onto the refinery. I'll tell you what happened. Me and Brett were holding the place together with our bare hands. You'd think millions of tons of oil would get someone from the front deck, someone on a full share down here with us. You know, checking up on the stuff we need. You want to get out of the system on schedule next time, you put the Nostromo in dry dock for a month. You wait till we're done with it. You pay what we're due, Parker out.
Alright, there was Parker's log, played by Yaphet Kotto in the film. How come they never come down here? You know why they don't come down here? It's because you ain't got no personality. How long will it be? 17 hours. At least 48 hours. Well, how do they type on this thing? There's no symbols on the keys there. Anyway. Alas, I think Yaphet Kotto is no longer with us, if I recall correctly. Alright. We continue this way. We can go up to the primary care floor. And we enter the area where we nearly got blown up. Along with the alien. Yeah, after escaping the hospital when it was on our tail back in Mission 6, Outbreak I think it was. So, don't think there's a whole lot here. We need to go through... Ooh, what's this machine leaking? Some kind of fluid. It looks like alien drool, but it's maybe water or something. Anyway, there's nothing really here. But I'm going to take some time and actually search around. And I might just fast forward through this part because there's nothing really to see. But really what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through, since we're free of threats here, I'm going to spend some time here searching the hospital for items. Just, you know, scavenging for stuff and whatnot. See what we can find in here. So we'll see what we got. We got what looks like a MRI or CT machine now. Do a magnetic resonance imaging. Okay, that was the security desk. Alright, we can search around in this area. staff quarters, see if there's anything we didn't find here previously. Nice thing is we don't have the alien, dun, 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 stomping around after us. So we can search at our leisure. Scrap, that'd be nice. What is this thing here? Comms unit. Access for communication officers only. Okay, whatever that is. Revolver ammo. Jean Molo. This Doc. Sammy. Fire from the gods. So playing chess here. Scanning for channels. Alright, nothing in there, so let's just search the rest of this area. Oh, Working Joe. Working Joseph.
With Seegon, there's someone behind you, helping you every single step of the way.
That just fell out of the vending machine.
Acquire my attention. Follow me.
Acquired this, buddy.
You really should.
Oh, we got the hot food machine all dirty. Darn it. Oh, excuse me. Will you pardon me? That is very rude. Now, I'm gonna have to do this.
To sleep more chance to dream.
For sleep to chance per dream. Dave, I'm scared, Dave. Will I dream? Alright, run out of stun baton charges here. Well, I'm gonna use a med kit. Go. Build another one. We got some revolver ammo. Much as I don't want to waste it, but still. Anything in here? This is where we found the trauma kit for Taylor. Oh. Nope, don't need a sensor. Never sleep pills. What is that? Some kind of upper or amphetamine or whatever? Medical band. Yeah. Maybe never sleep is, well, you don't need those pills. We got lots of scary, spooky stuff happening on this station. Don't need to worry about that. Suffice it to say, Amanda Ripley probably will never sleep again. Alright, not about Johnson here. Okay, anyway. Enough of this. Let's head back through the ER. Or, I don't know, maybe I can't go that way. Anyway, let's get to the Seegon Tower. Okay, here we go. Seegon Tower Transit. Okay, we got to take the elevator to Seegon Synthetics. Wait, was I... Did I go the wrong way? I think I went. Well, maybe not. This way.
Ripley, there's a security alert firing off in the labs nearby. Elevators are out. Looks like the Seeks and synthetics aren't taking kindly to a Weyland-Yutani model snooping around.
So how do I get up?
You have to climb. There's a service vent through to the elevator shaft around there somewhere.
Alright, so this poor guy has had a magazine shoved down his throat. That's another reference to what Ash tried to do to Ripley in Aliens. It's never really explained why, but in the director's commentary, where Ridley Scott talks about the film, I think he asked, or Ian Holm, the actor who played Ash, asked him, like, do you think my character ever, gets the urge or whatever? And I think Ridley Scott said something like, yeah, probably all the time. So the whole idea in the film when Ash tried to kill Ripley by sticking a magazine in her mouth was, it's a, shall we say, a sort of a phallic and sexual gesture symbolic of, sexual assault or whatever. So since androids have no, use for that particular part of the human anatomy, a magazine is substitute, I guess, or whatever you might say. So, yeah, that's what the whole magazine down the throat thing is. If we look at this terminal here, we should have a couple of logs. Smythe, read this. Don't be mad, but I went through the elevator shaft and shut the access door behind me. I had a Joe on my tail, so I had to get out of there. If you can find something to cut through the panel, the code is 8382. Don't worry, if not, I'm coming back down for you now. No sign of the lovebirds, but I got a whole heap of guns and supplies up here, Russell. Good for you, Russell. Alright, an outpost of progress, number 2. Seegon's frail origins. After Weyland-Yutani Industries led the way in faster than light travel, Seegon found success in mass producing the flight components central to the colonial gold rush that followed. Its ensuing overexpansion and reputation for producing low-cost alternatives to Weyland-Yutani branded goods is a matter of public record. In the modern day, Seegon is attempting to change the fortunes of alien colonial outposts. Stations like Sevastopol receive investment, and Seegon-affiliated companies set up shop. But the economic patterns that once worked within the Sol system have not flourished in deep space. On Sevastopol, mass-produced no-frills androids still sit in their boxes. Machines and research facilities are still shrouded in the plastic they were delivered in. Trading docks were used only by the flourishing black market that the station's residents have come to rely on. Sevastopol is a ghost town. Nobody cares. So I wonder if it was like that before Seegon came out and invested all this money into it or something. Did it always just suck and Seegon just made a bad decision trying to pump money into this place? It's kind of like the whole dead mall thing, Every so often in my area, there's this mall that is barely kind of hanging on. I think the only thing that's really keeping it, from being razed to the ground are the anchor stores, which are pretty good, but every so many years, the tenants in some of the smaller shops inside the mall change, or they're just shuttered and there's nothing there. So there's that. This man, this god. The emerging neuropsychology or new psychology of the synthetic. Edited by Alicia Ewell, MD. Good for her. What is this, an arcade or something? No, it looks like a... I don't know what that is. Alright, synthetics, control, synthetic fluid plant. Ah, we're going back that way, are we? Of course, in kind of high profile places, the lease in a lot of strip mall or mall places is really, really high, so your business better be doing really, really well if it's going to stay there for any significant amount of time. That's just sort of the reality of it. It's just like how most restaurants, the average life is maybe 5 years if the restaurant does really well, but other than that, most restaurants that are not franchise and big chain restaurants, they're not going to last very long. Let's see, where are we going? We need to climb elevator shaft to the upper lab. Need to go this way? Ah, yes. Cut through this door. There we go. that area. And synthetics was just where those guys used to be, and they seem to have been killed off or something, possibly by an android. $83.82. There we go. Climbing the vent. Ah, yes. Well, someone has been up here, and we're standing on top of a lift. That is a long way down. We can't even see the bottom of the shaft. Looks like there was a welding mask here, and someone trying to do something. No idea what. Hey, stun baton charge. I could use that. Go. Climb this ladder. And up onto this lift. Ooh, it's shaking. Ooh. Let's get across this. Wow. I didn't know the elevators were that explosive. Yeah, well, someone might need to check the emergency brakes on that elevator. Well, get the elevator technician down here. But anyway, we climb up here. Thankfully, there are these conveniently human-sized vents for us to access this place and crawl through this elevator shaft. As I said before, sometimes the environment is just very, very accommodating in the alien universe. I mean, nobody else is, much less the aliens, so there's that. What's that? One revolver round. Wow. Thanks. Save that one in case I just want to end it all. Okie dokie. Ah, flamethrower or fuel. This place. Why is there all this fog here? I wonder if this is really cold. Wow, got a android ripped in right in half here.
Ricardo, I'm here. Looks like the place synthetics go to die.
Yeah, this thing nearly got its head ripped off. That one does not have a head. Someone went on a android rampage here or something. Oh, there's an android over there. Okay, I got my stun baton ready. Ripped in half android. Where'd he go? Okay, nothing to search here. Turn this off then. We follow these wires here. Don't need the scrap. Here. Shotgun shells. I think there's some stuff on this terminal here. Reformat chamber. Spedding, I've sent up some blank androids for the VIP Sevastopol sales tour. If you haven't done it before, just have them lie on the slab in the reformat chamber. It'll connect to Apollo and upgrade them with the latest programming. Let's hope they bite. Russell.
This is Seegon Executive Ransom speaking. I just woke up to find a working Joe in my suite, and when I asked what the hell it was doing, it lunged for me. I had to leave my own fucking apartment. Send your best technicians to Apollo Core and find out what the hell is going on. Now! Get those things under control. I want a full report ASAP.
A little too late for reports there, buddy. We go actually back out here. Not there. Over here to this room. Yes. A charge pack. We can find an ID over here. There we go. All right, nothing really in there, apparently. All right, let's stop screwing around.
Biocontainment hazard level Omega. All visiting corporate representative really shouldn't contact.
Okay, was there another I missed? Nope. Must be this one in here.
The door up here's blown. I can't get near it.
Power level too high. No, not that one. Am I missing something? Did we do this one? Yeah. There we go. This one. Right. And we can turn this one off now. That did it. Oh. Mine to go through the vent here.
I must have access to Apollo. Open the tower transit immediately.
Apollo transit reserved for Seegon executives and synthetics only.
Right. Then I'll have to find a way to talk to Apollo directly.
Biocontainment hazard level Omega. All permissions rescinded.
There's Samuels.
I don't have time for this.
Dang, he made that working Joe his biatch. Why didn't Ripley call out to him? She's right here behind this grating. Huh. Well, Samuels is clearly a more advanced android, not a Seegon model. Can you do the thing with the knife? Thought you never missed, Bishop. Never say anything about an android being on board. Why not? Alright, continuing on. So, Samuels is here. We're not far behind him. And it says use button. That's very descriptive. Not push button, use it. Not pull it, use it. Okay, and we have now entered the Seegon showroom. They show you stuff. Like Seegon stuff. Got some more logs on this terminal here. Alright, plans tonight. Suzanne, sweetheart, I'm going to have to rain check. I'm getting reports from downstairs about abnormal android behavior. Might have something to do with all those folks going missing. You think? I need you to get the showroom and shut yourself in. There's a lockdown button near my desk from when these machines were actually worth something. Don't worry about them, they're only display models. Just sit tight, I'll sort this out, and we can celebrate the deal finally going through. We're not on company time. Last chance. Betting, I'm expecting the VIPs to get here early, so I want you and your people ready and waiting to greet them. Clock's ticking down, and this is our last chance to salvage something from this piece of shit. I want your people to answer their every whim, every vice, and laugh at every one of their fucking jokes. Take them to the showroom when they're ready. Don't rush them, and don't bore them with speeches. If they say they want something changed in the working Joes, just say yes. We can let the tech heads worry about it later. I hope you have your best people on this. Alright, here's the showroom appointments. No appointments. Friday was date night, though. Well, I wonder if that was Suzanne. I don't think she made it. Okie dokie. So, not much to this place. Charge back. Okay. Let me... This right there. Revolver out. And we'll hit this, lift lockdown button.
You do not have an appointment.
Let's get through the door here. Alright. They are attempting to bust through that door, so I'm going to set another mine right here. And we go in here. We can reroute the rewire thingy. And divert the gas. Get the gas running, huh? Got my shotgun. Come at me, bro. That guy was all looted up, ready for bear. Let me go.
Let me help you. My turn now.
Eesh.
Maybe one of these things had a key card.
Yeah, maybe. Medkit myself up here. Must be that one. Okay. Before we proceed, head back through here. Pick up the med kit we just lost. I can make another flashbang. Okay, and down here, yep, we have an ID tag. Here we go. Now let's save. Some terminal stuff here we gotta terminalize. Okay, Smythe, read this. What do you mean you shut the access door to the elevator? All your guns and supplies mean jack shit to me when the synthetic that was chasing you is still fucking down here. I don't think it's seen me. It's stood staring at your old magazines in the blood plant overlook. Get back down here and open this door now. Smythe. Holding out. I don't know how many of you are still around to get this, but I've got weapons and supplies, and I'm setting up shop outside the synthetic showroom. I'm hoping we'll be safe from the creature up there. Smythe is with me and waiting to be let up from the fluid plant reception. I still haven't seen Suzanne. If you're with her, let me know. Alright, well, this is that guy, and obviously he did not make it. Guessing him. Yep, he got killed. I'm guessing by a synthetic, based on the wounds. Alright, let's see. Did I get everything? Alright, I think I'm good. But be careful of lice. Eliminate lice before it spreads. Use the key card.
Utani synthetic registered. Attempted unauthorized access.
Don't know what that thing was doing. Alright. Turn this off. Alright, follow Samwez. Not through here, I'm just checking. Gotta find Samuels and Seegon Synthetics. We gotta go to android orientation to orient ourselves towards the androids.
Elevator going down to android orientation.
Going down? Express elevator to hell going down? Ah, so we're above this place.
Great.
Great.
Was that Ripley?
Nothing. Just more shit on the station fucking up. The usual.
Well, if this wasn't a, a blinking hit, we have to climb up here. We gotta shimmy our way across this chasm. Be careful, because these vents here are spewing hot exhaust or steam or something. We gotta time it. Just like in the old video games there. If only we had, you know, a whip. We were wearing a leather jacket and fedora like some other kind of, you know, franchise hero or something. We can dun 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 dun. Wait for this thing to cycle again. Yep, there we go. Jump! Oh, you could have probably survived that fall. It would have hurt when you landed, but you would have made it. Yeah, it's not that fall. Alright, so we're up here above the thingy. We have an audio log here.
Suspending in Android processing. We've got a situation. There's white on red casualties on station. I've just had an android report to the APTC with head trauma. But he's covered in blood. Human blood. I've alerted the marshals, put my secretary someplace safe, and right now, I'm headed for the transit. I'm gonna get a working Joe to consult Apollo. Maybe it knows who the hell is to blame for this.
Okay, well, sounds like Spending was a bit ahead of us, so... Texture glitch there. I don't think there's anything really in here. Or there might be, but I just want to see. Noisemaker. Bunch of other stuff we don't need. Okay. So let's head back to that save point. Save our progress. Hostiles nearby. I don't see no hostiles. You know what, actually, I can probably head down to these vents. They can't follow me here, so. Second thought, maybe discretion is the better part of valor, huh? Boarding search, huh? There we go, we got an ID tag. Open this vent. We're headed in the right direction. No. These guys. Alright, fine, fine.
If my Smith could require my attention, here.
get to this door here. You mind? You are being most disruptive. Stop. Mine time.
Ripley, good to see you alive. Apollo's security perimeter has been built so that only Seegon synthetics can interact with it. Listen to me. I'm going to have to do something rather drastic if I hope to connect with Apollo.
Which is?
I'm going to use the reformat chamber. It's the only option. I've had to divert power from the area to allow me to try.
Okay, he's gonna use the reformat chamber. Gonna reformat himself?
Samuels, that's too dangerous.
Yes, far too dangerous. Wish me luck.
Samuels, don't!
Looks like a big CT machine.
Warning. Apollo connection initiating. Apollo, infection has been purged. The creature is no longer on board. The station is safe. Request that all hazard containment operations are suspended. Alert. Unauthorized connection. Ripley, Apollo's rejecting me. We might be in trouble.
Samuels?
Apollo is trying to stop me from interfacing. Oh no! Amanda! You need to manually disconnect the systems. Please!
Jesus, Samuels, I'll try!
Wait! You need to do it in the correct order, or the cascade will be fatal for me. I'm accessing Seegon schematics. Remove the red cable first.
Okay, red first.
He even talks somewhat robotically. Oh no, Amanda! Okay, red cable off.
Red done.
Next, look for a blue cable. Can you see it?
Right over here.
Got it. Blue disconnected. What next?
I'm having trouble accessing the schematics. Apollo is making things difficult.
I need the next one, Samuels! What?
What's happening out there, Ripley?
The emergency lights have come on! I can't make out the colors of the cables! You're gonna have to guide me to them!
The next one is plugged into a wall socket. There was an upturned gurney nearby.
It's this one right here.
Found it!
Just two more, Ripley. Look for an open floor panel. There should be a deactivated android next to it.
Got it, Samuels!
Just the last one now, Ripley.
Alright, let's flip this giant circuit breaker here.
You did that for me.
I wanted Amanda Ripley to have closure.
All right, well, Samuels was good all along, and he sacrificed himself for us. Good for him.
Ricardo, if you're there, pick up.
I'm here, sorry.
Samuels is gone.
Shit.
He opened Apollo Transit for me. I'm gonna go straight there. I'll get Apollo to lift the lockdown.
Okay, take private transit to the Apollo core. Should have one more collectible here. We need to open this door that was previously locked. And we can find an ID tag here. And flamethrower fuel. And revolver ammo. And other things that I don't need. Let's make an EMP mine. And a med kit. All right. I think that's it. We're just about done here. Get to the transit station. Get to the chopper. I need to go back out through this way. Yes. Blow through this area. Screw it. Something amiss. Go away.
Come with me, please.
No, not coming with you. Not going anywhere with you. Continue this way.
Rip, I just found something here. An interview tape. You need to hear it.
Play it, Ricardo.
You're Marlon, right?
Yeah.
I'm Taylor. Sector Exec Wayland Yutani.
Oh, the big guns now, huh? Not some girl with abandonment issues?
Leave Ripley out of this. She's just looking for closure. I'm looking after Wayland Yutani interests.
And I'm looking to get out of this fucking cell. Maybe I can do it here.
Maybe. This is being recorded. You understand?
I saw. Red lights on.
I want data. The location of the planetoid where you found the derelict. All data you have on the origin of that organism.
I can give you that. And a way off this station. You just have to let me out.
I can probably agree to those terms. What the fuck?
Taylor! Taylor, get me out of this cell right now! Get me out!
Ripley?
I heard it.
Yeah, sounds like Taylor has some of her own agenda here, huh? Yeah, I don't know what's worse. You don't see them screwing each other over for a percentage. Well, let's get to Apollo Secure Transit. Yeah, if this works out, Ripley, we could be set up for life. For our bioweapons division. Why on earth they would want a creature that hostile that can turn on you for a bioweapon as a bioweapon, I have no idea, but hey.
Apollo private transit available. Board for Apollo core.
But hey, whatever. Okay. Well. Matter which one. I don't know. Okay. All right, folks, that does it for this mission. I'll see you in the next one.